If you're pregnant, planning out your registry, or you just had a baby and you have no idea what you're doing, or D, none of the above, and you're just curious what newborns need, this video is for you. I'm gonna show you the essentials, must-have newborn items that I literally use every single day because you can get really overwhelmed with everything you need for a baby. This is my second child, and a lot of these I used for my first as well. So let's get into it. Oakley is now officially out of the newborn phase. He is like a baby, but a lot of things we're still using, but I'm gonna show you guys like the newborn stuff. So I have some stuff here. One of them being, this is his little vitamin that he takes every day. So I know for breastfed babies that usually need to, I never want to say need to, like check with your doctors and stuff first. Vitamin D is really important if you're breastfeeding. This is the one I use. I get asked a lot about it. I'm gonna have a full blog post linked down below with all of these items, as well as maybe some more items if I forget, because you know, mom brain. I usually just give this to him like, you know, every single day. We take our vitamin D. With my first, I was all about the like the nail file, and I just thought that was the only way to trim your baby's nails. And if you didn't know, newborn nails specifically grow so fast. I don't know if it's what they're eating, like every day I'm like, who last did your nails? Like right now they need to be done. But this is so great. It's by Frida Baby. Tiny little scissors. And there's just something about them. They're so ergonomic, and I feel like I have full control over what I'm doing, and I really like them. The clippers kind of freak me out. Their fingers are so little, but these, they work amazing. And then they give you this because you can give them that while you're doing their nails to distract them. This is more when they're like closer to the 3-month mark, but everything goes in the mouth, and I can do his nails, or I'll do his nails while I'm breastfeeding him. Little mom hack. I wish I had these with my first. These are so good. Let's talk contrast cards. If you didn't know how to play with a newborn, this is it. I was so oblivious to this when I had my first. This is what they want to look at. This is like their version of watching TV. There's so many different options. I like the ones that you can just kind of stand up. I'll put him in the bouncer sometimes so he can look at them, or if we're doing tummy time. Also mirrors are great, but these little stand-up kind of folding books are awesome. But contrast cards, black and white, bold patterns, especially in the beginning, that's what they can really see is high contrast colors. So these are great. And I'm telling you, this is how I got ready in the morning. Is he looking at it? Whoa. Whoa. I also have a standing up one with a mirror on the other side, and these things are great for tummy time, which we try to do at least once a day, sometimes twice now that he's getting really good at it. But these are essential, and you can get so many kinds and get like books and stuff and cards that you can like switch out. I try to keep one in the diaper bag on each level of the house, and it's just a nice way to play with them, especially since their wake windows are so short. This can really tire them out quickly, and it just kind of helps distract them while you get some stuff done. The next item, that essential, let me tell you, you need to get it. I know it sounds so weird. It's one of those Snot suckers. And my girlfriend actually just gave birth like 2 days ago to her first. And even they were like, oh, it just seems so weird. We want to do one of the other ones. No, you need this one. I have the electric one, which I feel like is better for when they're older. When they're little, this is the only thing that clears his nose.
Did I get the boogers? Did I get them?
Get some saline spray, spray it up, or breast milk, and then suck those boogers out with this guy here. You just replace the little filters in it, and I know it sounds gross and weird, but when your newborn has a stuffy nose, which happens a lot, they just like are born sometimes more congested. If you have a winter baby, even more congestion. This is essential. I like this too because the opening doesn't go too far up their nose. It's like the perfect shape, and it just works. You need the nose sucker. Frida just knows where it's at with the baby and mama stuff. He wants everything. Is there anything else in here? I need to organize this. I mean, right now we're in the bib phase, but that'll be for the next video. Whew. Obviously you need a car seat, but that's not one of my must-haves because I feel like that's just like, you can't leave the hospital without a car seat. But what I want to talk about is the car seat cover. So if you are having a winter baby, or you just live somewhere cold,
We won't survive another winter here.
this little like snowsuit car seat cover, I cannot recommend enough. I wish I had it with my first, and I wish I had it even earlier with Oakley because I only just discovered this, especially when they have their little socks on, you got blankets, the socks fall off, their feet are exposed. Like it's a whole like race to the door during the winter time to get them from the car to wherever you're going. And this like is just like a little warm sleeping bag. The reviews were amazing on this, especially for Canadian cold weather, all like fuzzy fleece lined. And I love that it opens. You can just roll this up on the side, see baby, but also when it's really cold out, zipper it up. The flaps close, like if you're just like going outside for 2 seconds. You like it, Oakley? Yeah, he's like a little cocoon in here and he's so cozy and warm and he's had such good naps on our walk. Also, I feel like Facebook Marketplace has these for really affordable. I just bought mine new because I'm a sucker. Oh, and the other thing I want to talk about that's actually on the car seat is this portable sound machine. We used this in the hospital when we had our first and it helped so much to help get her to sleep. It just creates a really nice background white noise and it's just super portable. Like I can hook it on the car seat, I can hook it on the carrier. We travel with it. It goes really loud, so it can replace like your main white noise machine. I love everything about it and it's held up really well. And also it's rechargeable. You don't have to worry about batteries and stuff. So if we're staying at my parents' for the day and we have some naps, I can just bring this and I don't have to worry about charging it because the charge lasts for quite a while. This is such a good item. You need it. I mean, you don't need it, but you do. Now I know this may not even be on your radar, but 6 months comes up really fast and that is when your baby is gonna officially start solids, which is so crazy. We are around the corner from that journey ourselves with Oakley. After I went through this journey with my first, I created the Baby HealthNut Cookbook. It is a cookbook filled with over 30 delicious, wholesome, home-cooked recipes that your little ones are going to love. Thousands of parents all over the world have purchased a copy and given it a 5-star rating and just have told me how much this book has helped them in their own journey. There's a small section on purees, but the book is focused on handheld self-feeding, everything from the age of 6 months to a year and up. Breakfast, smoothies, popsicles, desserts, even my happy poops recipe for those little ones feeling a little bit backed up. Also, it's really delicious. My daughter is 3 years old and she is still eating some of the recipes out of that book. So it's very versatile, but specifically created for that first stage of eating. You can use the code BABY at checkout for 15% off. I'm gonna have all the links down below. Let's talk carriers. I'm gonna put it on. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I did an unboxing for this carrier. I was on the fence about it because it's not exactly the cheapest, although there's lots of options for carriers in different price ranges. And this is one that I kind of wanted when we had our first. And then this time around, we were using the same one that we had with Sage, but it was just hurting my back. And I saw some reviews about this one not hurting your back at all. Like a mom was like, I can wear my baby for like hours. And I was sold because, you know, hashtag breastfeeding life and just pregnancy and postpartum, your back hurts. So I'm just gonna get Oakley. Maybe he'll nap. Yeah, you know. I bought this one too because the other one we had didn't put his legs in like the proper M position. And if you have no idea what that means, like I did, look it up. It's really important for their hip development. It's in the right position when you're wearing them, especially if you're gonna be wearing them for a long time. Let's get those arms in here. I specifically love this carrier because this bottom band here puts the weight of baby on your hips instead of your back and shoulders, which just can be a little more tender, so it feels like the weight is more evenly distributed. Did you just burp? But like I said, there's so many different carriers, but I highly recommend getting a carrier, especially if you have a baby that does not want to be put down. This is really great because you can still like make yourself breakfast, do things around the house, and also they'll have the best naps. If your baby is super tiny, I recommend the Solly Baby wraps. They look intimidating, but they're really easy to figure out. That one's really nice to do skin to skin with baby, and I even would breastfeed Oakley in it, but this one does work for newborns as well. All right, let's go get you a diaper change. Onesies with zippers and footies. Repeat. Zippers and footies. This is what you're gonna use most of the time during that newborn phase. I have a couple of different, this was actually when we didn't know if Oakley was gonna be a girl or boy, but like also purple on a boy. So cute. Do you like? Brings out your blue eyes. These ones are super soft. They're bamboo, so really gentle on the skin. Also such fun prints. I like the ribbed ones, which fun fact, Old Navy, very affordable, has the cutest ribbed onesies. These are also great because the zipper goes both ways, so you don't have to completely undress them for nighttime changes. I also love that they have the built-in mitts. If you do have a baby that scratches their face, you can layer these just under their daytime clothes, but this is what we use for pajamas and just like lounging at home. Speaking of nighttime, one thing we have on every single night, this is normally in our bedroom where Oakley sleeps right now, a humidifier. I cannot recommend this enough. You might not think you actually need one. Yes, you do. Babies, like I said, are just congested, and the wintertime especially can be so dry with the heating on. If I don't have the humidifier on at night, he wakes up in the middle of the night so stuffy, and if he's trying to breastfeed, he gets angry. You hear him. Hold that thought. That one is also a night light, but it's not actually the night light I use, so I'll show you that one in a second. But he is getting fussy, so we're gonna put him down for a nap, and I'll show you some of my other favorites because we are about to use them. Swaddle blankets are a must-have. So if you didn't know, the reason why you swaddle a newborn is because they have this reflex that they do that wakes them up. So essentially it helps prevent them from waking up from that, but also just like gives them a little hug. It was not that long ago that they were just squished up in your belly, and this is just gonna give them a nice comforting hug and help them fall asleep and stay asleep. It's also a safe way to keep them warm because the blanket is tightly wrapped around them and not loose. I like to put my blanket in a diamond shape and then fold down the top so there's like a little triangle. There's so many different ways to swaddle your baby, so this isn't like a tutorial for that. Now, Oakley likes to sleep in cactus style, so with his arms out. Some babies like to do this, cross arm, one arm out like Sage was. You'll quickly find out what position your baby likes to sleep in. A good swaddle is key for a good night's sleep, or a nap in this case. And I like these ones from Solly Baby because they just have the perfect amount of stretch, so you're really able to get them nice and tight. I find the ones that are just cotton are just too stiff to get a nice snug fit. There you go. And now I want to talk about our bassinet. So there's so many kinds of bassinets on the market. The one we have is a snoo. I'm not gonna lie, it is probably the most expensive bassinet out there. It is outrageously expensive. That being said, we got our second hand, which like cut the price by half, and it holds its value very well, so you can resell it. We've used this with our first, and now we're using it with our second. I love it. It is, I think, rated like the safest bassinet. I love the design. I love how secure it is. They get strapped in. They cannot move around. So I just find, for me, it gives me peace of mind, and I get a good sleep because I know once they're in the snoo, they ain't going anywhere. And then the nice thing about the snoo, it has different features. It has a built-in white noise. It can rock them to sleep. It has an app that connects to your phone. It's pretty high tech. I just love the safety components of it. And like I said, when we're done with it, we're gonna sell it. At the end of the day, it'll probably be the same price as a regular bassinet. I almost forgot about this item. It actually wasn't part of my original list. And then I was just grabbing it to actually feed Oakley. And I'm like, how was I gonna forget the best breastfeeding pillow ever? I didn't have this one with my first. I wish I did. The sturdiness and back support on this one is amazing. It's called My Breast Friend, very clever, and it just hugs you. It also has 2 bumps, so it really helps bring baby's face up to the nip. I find other ones that I've tried just don't feel like as secure around me. I'm more so holding up baby, where this, I can just relax and it holds up baby nice and close, and I can just relax my arms. I just got the organic cover. One thing I don't like about this cover is that it's not waterproof. So apparently you can buy a waterproof cover. So I would just maybe look into doing that because we have had some explosions and it was a little hard to clean. It did come out. It also does have this little pocket to put some stuff in. I don't use it, but I mean, that is good if you're traveling around with it. And it has like a Velcro strap, so you can really fit it to size. So it hugs your specific body size. And he loves it. Like sometimes at night, I'll just be watching something on Netflix and he'll just pass out on here, and I can just have, you know, a little contact nap with him before he goes down for the night. And the fact that it actually straps around my back just makes my back feel very supported. And it almost reminds me to sit up straighter instead of like slouching or just like sitting in a weird position. And coming from someone who's literally been breastfeeding for the past 3 years, take my advice. This is the best pillow that I have tried. This is a portable light. I love this thing. It looks like a little egg. You can bring it around with you. I use this at night for nighttime changes, going to the bathroom. If I don't want to turn on the big light, it dims and you just adjust it by tapping it. It's rechargeable. It goes on this little stand and it's amazing. This is the best and only diaper cream I use. It's by Weleda. I love their whole line of products. And this is the baby calendula diaper cream with zinc oxide. And we have yet to have a diaper rash on either child. One thing you may not know about diaper cream is you want to slather it on. You want to have a nice protective coating. It's not like a lotion that you want to rub in. You want to see the diaper cream on there protecting, doing its thing. For that reason, I usually have a few tubs open at one time, one in the diaper bag, one in the changing table, one in the bedroom, You can never have too many diaper creams because you will finish them, I promise. I love this one. It's not irritating. It uses great ingredients and I just think it works. I wasn't going to include these, but they are something that we use every single day for multiple reasons. I ordered a pack off Amazon. I really like the quality and the size. I think they're called like muslin cloths. I think these ones are organic. They're super soft and multi-purpose, and I really like the size of these. So if you're burping baby, you can just drape that over your shoulder, burp baby, and if they spit up, your shirt will be saved. I'm not gonna lie, I don't always use one of these and then I get throw up or spit up all over my shirt.
And this is why you need the burp cloths. Like, Oakley, I have limited clothes that fit me. You're good.
But they come in handy. They also just come in handy for like wiping up things. If you didn't have your changing mat with you, you could use this just to protect the surface, and they're affordable, so you can buy a lot of them, throw them in the wash. Another way I just started using this is actually for bath time, which we don't do bath time every single night, but when we do, I usually drape this over Oakley and it just covers his whole body, and then I keep this wet, and so I can just pour water over top of him to keep him warm. Another must-have that is gonna literally grow with your child is a play gym. This is something that you can lay them down. It has texture, contrast colors, things hanging, and this is just their little jungle gym to play in and do tummy time every single day. It's really cool to see them use the play gym in different ways as they get older. I think this is something we use for the entire first year with Sage. It's definitely something you can start using right in the newborn stage. The one I have specifically even has a section that you can slip in those black and white contrast cards and a mirror, and this is just a really great way to encourage tummy time, especially in the beginning. They usually don't love tummy time, so this is just a nice way for them to kind of stay there a little bit longer and strengthen those neck skills. I saved the best for last because if there's one thing you put on your registry, make it be this. This is the Bjorn bouncer. You've probably seen it all over YouTube because I did when I was first scouting out what I needed for my baby on the way. And this was highly recommended by so many moms, and for good reason, because this saves me every single day. Like, I probably use it the most than any other baby item, and I'm not exaggerating. It has different levels that you can prop baby on. It doesn't plug in, but let me tell you, baby moves. They can move themselves. Oakley's gotten really good at kicking and balancing himself in here. He thinks it's so much fun, but you just press down with your foot while you're doing something, and it's really easy to rock them. They just sit really nicely in here. Like, it looks super comfortable, and I've put them in straight from the newborn phase and they fit. I love it. The fabric is so soft and comfy. It also comes right off if you need to wash it, because we have had some blowouts on it, and I'm telling you, it looks still brand new. And what I love most about it is that you can bring them throughout the house and do things. Baby can see you, they're rocking themselves or just chilling, and this is how I shower. I bring this into the bathroom. He can see me, I'm showering. I turn it when I'm blow drying my hair and getting ready, and it's like he can see different angles of the house and what I'm doing, and he feels a part of the family without us having to hold him all the time. Best part, it stores completely flat, and it also has a traveling case that it comes with, so it's super easy to take with you traveling or on the go to someone's house. I do not leave home without this. And if you're trying to prep for you as a mom for postpartum care and figuring out what you need after that baby comes out, I have a whole blog post on my postpartum essentials. I did a whole postpartum cart this time around, and it was so helpful throughout my postpartum healing journey. There you have it. Those are my must-have newborn essentials to get you through those first couple of months. Honestly, I always say, unpopular opinion, I love the newborn and early postpartum phase. I feel like it's just this really sacred cocoon bubble time in your life, and one that can feel very long in the moment, but it is really short. And hopefully these items give you some ideas as you're prepping for your newborn and postpartum experience. If you guys have any of your own suggestions that you think new moms need, leave them down below in the comments. I'm gonna have a blog post linked down below with all the items I mentioned in today's video. Oakley is about to wake up from his nap, so I'm gonna go grab him, but thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up this video, and I will see you next week for another one. Bye.